Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Camping. Tactical Nut here, and today we're here to talk about the Sofirn SC31 rechargeable flashlight. So stay tuned. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, just wanted to bring this flashlight to your attention because I've been carrying it for probably at least 4 months now. So use it out in the woods plenty, use it around the house. I carry it every day, and so now I thought it would be a good time to bring it to your attention and tell you what I think about it. So before we get started, let's go ahead and take a look at what comes in the box when you get it. Could have opened it already, but hey. Alright, so going to get your owner's manual. Then you will get a couple of spare O-rings, a micro USB charging cord, of which I have a ridiculous number at this point, and a lanyard. Notice the lanyard is still in the box because I don't hardly ever put lanyards on anything. But what I will say, and this is just a really small critique or complaint about the flashlight, as you can see here, there's nowhere to attach the lanyard except the pocket clip. Maybe a huge deal for some, may not be for others. You do have the option of having it on there, but for me, since I don't really use the lanyards, it doesn't really matter, but just thought you would know. Now, I'll go ahead and read through the specs real quick before we get any further on the light. Let's see, it's 3 modes, which I love because, actually technically 4 with a strobe, but it just makes it very simple. You have low, medium, and high. Low is 10 lumens, medium is 200 lumens, high is 610 lumens, and then of course the strobe is also going to be 610 lumens. Beam distances for low is 17 meters, medium 81, and high 141. It is drop resistant to 1 meter and IPX8 waterproof. Now, I'll just kind of give you a look at it this way. It is not a tail clicky, which for some people that may be a big deal. I prefer it, but it's not necessary in my opinion. Here's the little spot where you will recharge it directly to the flashlight, and I always love that possibility because it just makes it easier not have to worry about using battery chargers and stuff like that. It is an 18650 battery, which I love because that is definitely my preferred battery because I use it that same type of battery and other things, and I just of course love the output and the battery life that you get out of it because I mean literally I use it every day. It's with me every day. There's almost always some reason why I'll have to turn it on and do something, even if it's just going to bed and stuff at night and getting through the house without turning lights on. But I think I've only had to charge it twice. Like literally that's how much battery life you get out of it. And that's going camping and take it out in the woods and all that kind of stuff. Made out of 61 aircraft grade aluminum. So all good there. You have good knurling around here. So good texture here and here. Just to run through, you have an O-ring right here. Oops, in case you have a need for putting another one on, you do have the backups. This is, oh, and it did come with the 18650 battery. It's only 2200 milliamps, but like I said, for what I've done, I mean, it's actually been outstanding and literally lasted way longer than I thought it would, just because that's not a lot of milliamp hours for a battery, or a lot of capacity. But the fact that it comes with a battery, that is huge. I mean, because most like 18650 batteries, I mean, you're looking at around $10, give or take a couple, depending on the brand that you're getting. But it is side switch activated, so we'll just go ahead and start. There's your low. Then you hold it down, medium, and then high, and then strobe warning. And I love this strobe because of that. It's the first flashlight I've ever had that actually changes speed, so that's pretty cool. I do love that about it. And also, hopefully you'll be able to hear. Let's see if the microphone's here. So you can actually hear it when it comes on, so that's kind of nice. And just an interesting little sound when you're doing it. But I'll tell you what, this has been an incredible light. I have loved every bit of it. It does not have a crowned bezel, but it is an orange peel reflector. And I will say this, I mean, it works great as a floodlight. And though it's not a crown bezel, I do like these size lights because if you had to use it to deter someone to get away from you, yeah, you might damage the lens, but I would rather that than me get damaged. So just something to think about, something to keep in mind. I do not require all my lights to have a crown bezel. I just think it's an extra added benefit when you get it. But you got the knurling here for your heat dissipation. And I have not noticed at any point leaving it on for extended period of times that it got too hot or anything like that. So that's all good. So now we'll just have to get down to the brass tacks and wait till tonight and when the sun goes down so I can show you what it looks like at night, because I have found that I'm using my phone right now, works much better than the GoPro for being able to demonstrate the capabilities of a light. So here we go. We'll just wait for night and I'll get back to you. Oh, would you rather I cut the video and come back later? It may be a while. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna face this at my house real quick. This will be the low mode. As you can see, the distance the beam goes, I'll stop moving the light. So you can see how far it goes. That part of the house is probably about 20 feet. And so the main beam, this focus, is about the size of those two windows from the side to side of it. But the whole spread of it goes to about this whole portion of the house. Let's move it over this way a little bit toward the trees. Can't really see this one on low, so we'll take it up to medium. All right, so medium, this is 2 Leland cypress trees. The beam goes probably at least 5 feet on either side, and those are pretty wide trees. And literally, this goes to about 5 feet in front of me to the top of the trees. And those are some very tall trees. So really good flood with a decent focused beam. And then we'll take this up to high. So now, as you can see, very easy to see anything that you would possibly need to do. All right, we'll go back towards the house. And then, of course, now we'll do strobe warning. So as you can see, I mean, that's disorienting me as it reflects off the house. So definitely a really good strobe. Like I said before, this is probably my favorite that I've ever used. And I just don't think you can go wrong with this light. I mean, for the price, it is right. I'll annotate that in the description and also leave a link to it down below. But, I mean, how could you go wrong with a good budget light that comes with a battery that has great brightness level? Oh, and it also has the memory. So whatever mode you turn it off on is what it's going to turn back on in. So right now it's at the high, so we'll turn it off, turn it back on. And so you're right back in high. So just something good to know for yourself, because I'm usually pretty good. There's Tactical Pup, killing some time out here. I'm usually pretty good about turning it back down to low before I turn it off, but I have had a few times where I've blinded myself because I forgot. All right, guys, hopefully this will help you in your purchasing decisions of finding a new flashlight. Definitely check out the Sofirn SC31 18650 rechargeable flashlight. And in the meantime, guys, be prepared, have fun.